everyone, and welcome to tonight's PCN Marquee Matchup. We do have a doozy in store for you here tonight. It is the Royal Cup play-in match. We have PCN Hearts against Lille, and I'm joined alongside myself by Adam as usual. And Adam, it should be an absolute bonker one tonight.
The first ever Royal Cup play-in match. I think I'm correct in saying that. Those gosh darn Atalantians decided to win the Royal Cup last season, so had a complete restructure, to the system that we had. So we had to figure some stuff out. But this is what we came up with. So there will be a playing game. This is basically the next two best teams to try to get into the Royal Cup that can advance.
Yes. So the winner of this game. The winner of this game will head into the Royal Cup. The loser of this game will drop down into the new cup, which we will be announcing the name of after the stream. So after the 90 minutes are up and we're concluded with our match, feel free to stick around to witness the revealing of the new cup. If you're completely out of the loop, you've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, it's basically going to be how the Europa League is to the Champions League. So if you want to think of it like that way, but PCN's own little spin on it. But before we get diving too deep into it, Adam, let's go over this matchup. Hearts team led by Booch. Before we get to the lineup,
Bootster.
There's just a ton of names in this lineup.
Yeah, there's 11.
Thank you.
There's 11 names in the lineup. They are all in the lobby as well. A lot of returning names, obviously, but I mean, a lot of fresh new faces for this League One campaign that they're going to undertake. Hoping trying to get into Super League would be a great achievement for Booch in the. But I expect big things this season. They are. I don't know if I'm counted as PCN guru, but they are up there in my.
Let's get into the Hearts lineup then. Cupid starts in net. He has Noid, Click, Booch, and Jim Boney as his front three. In front of him, 5'6" Poppy and Bird 28 make up the defensive midfield. Skolzy and Vaccine man the flanks with Stu down the middle. And always deadly duo of Fuji Strikos and Makino lead the line for the Scottish side. But yeah, I mean, there's one player that stands out to me, Adam. Stu in that attacking midfield role in League One. Probably going to ruin some defensive dreams this season.
He is going to be diamond for sure. He's going to be feeding Makino, formerly of, and Fuji Strikos, formerly of Inter Miami, to new transfers coming in from the transfer window, which has now closed. All you managers, don't be trying to make transfers. But also it's another new name, 5'6" in that DM role. Also a guy going down to the League One side. So Booch brought in some big names, some heavy hitters, I would say.
Yeah, a lot of Super League experience in that lineup. Let's head over to the Lille lineup. Hinkley sends out his side in a 4-3-3. KFC closed starts in. Is KFC actually closed?
Maybe, you never know what's open at this point, Jeez.
Fair enough. Penenzi, Real 420, It's Cherry, Mate, and Kev 7719 make up the back four. Speed X in the defensive midfield with Gulia and Dill Pickle in the central midfield. Hinkley out on the left, Elite Goose out on the right, and spearheading the three-man attack, Shamrock Slacks himself. How many possessions lost will it be? How many goals could he possibly produce, especially in this match here tonight?
I'm expecting some goals from him tonight. We caught him in a friendly earlier. They were looking really, really good, so I expect some goals from Shamrock.
Well, not only could Lille be swimming in goals, the big story of late was they, as a club, Lille could be swimming in money at the end of this season. 72 million, I believe. Adam, did we figure out if that's a record transfer or not?
Record transfer-wise, if they get all the clauses, yes, but I don't believe it's going to happen, so that's very unlucky.
Oh, well.
So,
Keep that one.
Did the transfer go through between QF to... Who was it? Will. Who was the other team?
Well,
Chelsea.
The transfer went through,
Chelsea.
But it looks like he's going to go to Monaco after all.
That's what it was. He is going to Monaco.
Is this some like third party deal going on here?
Not really. I don't know. So the thing that happened was Chelsea brought him in out of a whim. I'm pretty sure because they really needed an LCM. And then for whatever, Fetz I think wanted to come back to Chelsea, and Kaz being the man of his word, if the player wants to leave, he's going to leave. So he figured out a transfer. And then, so it's basically kind of like a straight swap if you think about it. Feds for QF, but I don't think Chelsea's on the hook for any of those. I think they did lose some money on the in the end, but not as much as they would have if he played 4 games and they would have gave up their.
So the question then is Monaco on the hook for all those clauses?
No.
Okay.
Pretty sure he is not. So.
Well, dang, that was going to be really funny to see.
Clean. Yeah, so QF has now been wiped clean, basically, of doing any clauses, unless Monaco put a bunch of clauses on him, which I'm not aware. But should be an interesting season. You know, kind of some last minute dealings from Chelsea at the end there. I mean, kind of like the win buying there at the end. Bringing in Schmerda also replaces the newly acquired. So Kev also going to Monaco. So I guess Monaco gained pretty good players here for less money that they probably would have eaten from their original.
Well. But as far as this match that we have here, Adam, in terms of Hearts against Lille, what do you think, if there's one player, one specific strategy, what can set either team apart from each other and gives them the edge to get into that Royal Cup?
I mean, edge-wise, I would give it. If you're going to say attacking, both teams are pretty stacked in the attack, but it might come down to which defense is in this situation. And so, obviously, new season, we haven't seen much of these guys play. Hinkley had a very good finish to last season, finished in the League One playoff final, going down to LA Galaxy, of course, who was down in Super League, and PC and Hearts finishing behind the overpowered attack of Ajax, that entire team. So they'll be matching up against them this season in League One. But Hearts was, besides that Ajax team, finished in second place, had a pretty good run of it, had a good time doing it. They were doing it, but I think I expect a lot of this out of this team.
Well, and I think it's safe to say, you mentioned defenses. I would say, just looking at the two teams on paper, I would say Hearts is probably the more defensively sound team with Booch, Jim Boney in that back line. And Noid Click as well, probably making up the more solid of the back lines than Lille's. But that Lille back line is also no stranger to tight situations as well. Yeah,
no, some names that pop out. Obviously, Nuncy coming out on the left wing, and Real 420, the good old Discord man himself. I think he's not on Discord too much anymore, but I mean, he used to be. So those are the two standout names for them on that side. But I expect a lot out of the attack, though, for Hinkley and Shamrock. Pickle playing in a central midfield role, which is interesting to see him. And I know he was a former center back, trying to play striker in some teams, but finding a home at center mid. Welcome to the midfield.
Well, get your predictions in the chat, Adam, very quickly before we get going here. Prediction for this one.
Start spamming them in there. Prediction for this one, I'm gonna give it to. I think I'm going to give it to the Hearts, Lads, and PKs.
Ooh, Hearts and PKs.
First just going to go PKs. Yeah, it's a one game, by the way, tonight.
Yep.
One game play-in.
We have kicked off here. Lille in their whites, attacking from left to right. Hearts in those maroons, going from right to left. Jimboni over to Vaccine. 5'6" Poppy making his Hearts debut here tonight. Strikers trying to get from Stu, who tried to play that one through, and Lille might be in here. Over the top is the forward onside. Shamrock is indeed, chips it over the goalkeeper and off the outside of the post. Lille with a warning shot, be a dangerous start with Shamrock. The bow.
Yeah, Shamrock up top is going to be a dangerous force this season. I think he's going to try to cut down on those possessions lost, the memes, make him stop hopefully for him, and bags a lot of goals. He's been a top scorer, I think, two seasons. I think one was in League One, and the other one may have been in League Two. But I mean, he knows how to get the ball in the back of the net.
Well, we'll have the ball here in their own half, but they're struggling to get it out after a few consecutive throws. But they finally begin to work their way forward through Goose. Now down the near side, Shamrock playing Hinkley into the middle. Shamrock's trying to cut back in. Hinkley looks to have the shot. Cupid saving that one. Shamrock, can he turn? Lifts it up, and Shamrock slacks back of the net. Lille up 1-0.
Absolute banger. Just the flick up for the style. That's going in the highlights submissions clips. Already know. Someone clipped that. Put it in there. Absolute dagger from Shamrock. I knew it was a big skiller. Loves to do it. Ball maybe offside. He is not. He's onside. But Shamrock gonna be a dangerous force. Mark my words.
Well, Hearts trying to immediately respond. They played that big ball over the top. Striko's now looking to play in Makino. KFC coming out to command his area, and this one blasted long. Only Jim Boney gets to it, but already about 10 minutes in here. Actually, hold that thought. Hinckley gains this one back yet again. Lille could be on the prowl once more as Dill Pickle turns that one over. Cherry stepping into that one, not letting that one get past his defenses. Lille attack the other way, but Adam, I was saying, 10 minutes into our first marquee matchup of this brand new season. I think we already have a highlight reel goal.
I mean, yeah, hopefully this season we're getting a lot of them. As you saw, we were going through the results earlier tonight, and we saw a lot of draws, so hopefully get some wins. Yeah. And especially a win here tonight would be big for any of these two teams.
It was Hinckley on side, Jimboni there to step in and make sure that no more gets past his defense. But we mentioned just before the stream we were going through, 15 Super League teams had at least one draw tonight, which is quite insane if you ask me. But
I mean, if that trend continues, it's going to be an interesting race.
It's going to be a very interesting race. But if, if I think we could easily... I think we could easily say that, it just lends itself to the quality of not only Super League, but all of the leagues increasing from really Season 12, Season 13, and now Season 14 as well. Hinckley having a shot, and Cupid saving that one away. That one 35 yards out or so was a rocket headed towards the net. This one played to the edge of the area. Real 420 gets to it. Shamrock trying to make another highlight moment. Only Scoop turns that one to the end line. Plus one possession lost.
There it is. Back to your comment about the quality going up. Absolutely, quality going up. You're seeing a lot more players get into pro clubs. Seeing this league. Ball goes over the top here, but I think center back's going to save that one. But you're seeing a lot of these teams, a lot of these players, getting their name out there. They're playing these clubs games, playing these divisions to everyone, trying to get, that experience up and trying to make a name for themselves.
Well, Cherry with a great tackle there to prevent Strikos from having a one-on-one with his goalkeeper. The Hearts going forward here once more. That pass wasn't exactly telegraphed correctly, and it comes the other way now, but not before 5-6 can step in the way of that and get the ball back for his Hearts side. Makino now on the far side working with his fullback. 5-6 now. Stu chipping it in for Strikos. Can Strikos turn? He's fouled at the edge of the area. And this could be a prime opportunity for the likes of Stu, or maybe even the man himself
just hit it, lad.
Have a little bit of a shot. Looks like he's going to pass it off. Striko's flicking up in the air twice now. Shamrock Slacks actually getting the tackle in on that. Getting two tackles in on that. Fouled in the process. And that will relieve the pressure just for a moment. This one getting booted along. Jimboni there to clean that one up. And to the other goalkeeper it goes, and Cupid, who will send that one back as well. 420 heading that one out of play. Maxine having that one taken off of him. Hinckley closed down by 5-6. Who had it taken off of him. This one chipped in over the top. Real 420 again, heading that one out of play. A throw in here, and this could be an interesting little play we have going on. It's thrown directly at the goalkeeper, and it's found its way into the back of the net. Hearts have drawn a level through, and that is going to be an own goal, it looks like.
Tactic? What is what was that?
Well,
that is going to be an own goal, absolutely.
In 4 or 5 years of clubs, I've seen that one other time. I didn't really expect it.
I've never seen that
on the marquee matchup.
That is one hell of a tactic, and people on notice. Hearts just made that known to the entire PCN community. Long throw in at the goalie. Absolute killer. That's crazy.
Gillier now out to the far side. Back with him now. Panunzi. It looks like, Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, that Lille had actually lost 2 players in the process. So that could potentially play a factor. We don't really hope it does, because we enjoy seeing everybody at their best. But
it appears that entire right side is now going to be hampered. I believe it's the right winger and the right back. So it looks like the spot's going to be in here.
Played over the top to the bot. As it's
who's that, Goose and
Kev? Only able to get to that one. Speed Now for Shamrock, will he have another shot? Jimboni stepping in the way of that one. Cupid cleaning that one up, helping out his defense. 1-1 is our score here as we've passed the 40-minute mark, but that might change here in a second. Skolzy now on this near side. Looks to find Strykos back in the middle. Still Strykos with a shot, and Real 420 blocked it. Speed X getting that one away, and Shamrock Slacks trying to head that one down for his manager, but it didn't quite come off in the end. Stu Makino now on the far side, looking to rotate it back to his defensive midfield. Stu with a great bit of footwork. Can only get that one as far as Cherry. He was looking for Strykos in the middle, but it didn't quite get to him before the Lille center back stepped in his way. This one is going to be somewhat disorganized at the back, but it worked out in the end. Stu dropping deep, finds Strykos. They look to really abuse that bot right back now. Skolzy had that one taken out by Speed X, who's done a very good job as the lone defensive midfielder for this Lille team, especially with the bots. And this one played through the middle. Makino with a great save by KC, or KFC rather. Getting hungry just saying that.
AFC is closed, lads. Not letting anything into the net besides his own player shots.
Skolzy, Makino looking to head that one in, and Booch heads it back to 5-6. He looked to chip that one in. It didn't really come of anything in the end. But KFC closed is said his net apparently is closed for business as well. As we hit to the end of the first half, 1-1, and probably some of the most interesting ways I think we've seen in a while, Adam.
Highlight reel play, and then that other one is. I think both goals are definitely going on the highlight submissions clips, so that's definitely for a fact there. Interesting half for sure. I think KFC with the big save at the end there, basically, bailed Lille out of being down one here at this halfway marker. But I think the story of the game is going to be that right of bots. We'll see how that plays a fact.
Well, especially if this goes to penalties, we could even see a bot taking a penalty.
Bot goalies. Oh no, sorry, not bot goalies. Yeah, bot. I mean, it will be a bot. Definitely will have one against
the right winger taking a penalty.
The right winger. Yep. Definitely will be one at least.
Well, start the second half. Hearts kick us off, and they were more than willing to just maintain this one around their own half and in their defense for the moment. Now they get forward. Stu to Makino. Strykos now. Will he have a shot? A good lunge from Cherry. Gets that one off of the man who took home the golden boot at one point in League 2. Shamrock Slacks. Gouye now trying to find a way around. You can see the bots just streaking in, and Cupid there to race out and get that one off of the striker's feet. Blasted forward here yet again, looking for someone down that far side. It didn't really work out in the end. Speed will have a throw for the French outfit. Vaccine heading that one back to his team. Strykos trying to square up Makino, who doesn't quite get it to where he needed it to be. Cherry stepping into that one, but now Panunzi finding Shamrock Slacks, who finds the bot, and Vaccine able to clean that one up. Finds Bird, and Hearts will look to reset here. It almost seems, Adam, that with those two bots, this being one of them right here, and there's the other one, they now have three bots on the pitch, it looks like. Hinkley may have lagged out as well.
Right wing, left wing, and right back. It's going to be
right back.
Tough out here.
It almost seems, Adam, that it's allowed the Hearts to just really control this match because Lille just don't have that kind of pressure.
Yeah, they obviously won't have pressure from the bot. I mean, but some of these 90-rated bots, they can surprise you. The positioning might be the main killer in this situation here, like that right back being far out of position.
Cherry doing well to get that one away from Strykos, but only momentarily. Who checks now back into the middle. Makino trying to play it back for Strykos. That would have been quite the passage of play had it come off in the end, but Lille defense standing strong. Their only blemish so far was a bit of probably the most interesting goal we've seen on the Marquee Matchup being scored. Except for
that's a bet.
is a banger of an own goal, as Lille has the ball back yet again. Goulier now. Pickle. We click there to clear that one away. Stu now looking for Makino through the middle. Can he find Strikos? He does indeed. Strikos gets only as far as Cherry, who's had himself an extremely solid game in that Lille back line. Still Pickle now on the ball in the midfield. Speed. Goulier only gets as far as Vaccine. Makino now only getting as far as Panunzi, who gets this one going back the other way. This one being played over the top here. Shamrock is onside. No, he's not. A late flag from the assistant ruins what could have been a second goal.
Looked like he was in there. I believe we had another drop DM too from this Hearts. I don't know if you're seeing it. I believe that's 5-6.
Well, Skolzy is now on this far side. Now for Strikos, who tries to cut in. Still Strikos. Still with Strikos. And he goes down. Penalty shouts waved away as Stu regains for Hearts once more. Looks to find Vaccine on the far side. Now for Makino. Hits the upright. Hearts banging on the door.
Oh, man. Makino just put that off the bar. I can't believe it. He was literally in the box there. Anywhere on frame, that probably goes in.
Try to go for this again. Real 420.
Yep, try it again.
Has learned from his previous mistake. And it does look like 5-6 has managed to stay in this game. So 3 disconnected Lille players and none for Hearts. As that bot there just goes down in a heap.
Yeah, I think 5-6 is out. You see
that actually is
5-6.
Yeah, he was
between
the right between them.
Yeah.
Now.
So we give credit for 5-6 typing in chat saying that he fucking lagged out. So that's how I know.
Oh, there you
go. So we have Twitch chat. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Stu now for Strikos, who was trying to find the oncoming bird, but it only went to Makino in the end. Now for the bot, who can just simply have that one taken off of him by Stu. Strikos back to Stu. Now for Bird. He finds Vaccine. Is he going to whip this one in? No, he's going to like to send it over now to Strikos, who finds Stu, has a shot. Makino might get to this one. Nunzi able to clear that one away, but the defending is getting increasingly desperate for Lille here. As you can clearly see, they are really struggling with these bots. You can just tell it is not really working out for him. Pickle now out onto the right-hand side. This one whipped all the way to the back post. Jimboni there to clear that one away. It was actually a decent cross. Bird there to block that second effort as well. Skolzy. Makino. Strikos over to Skolzy again. Down the far side. He's going to drill this one all the way to Vaccine. Is he going to have a shot? He can't quite get it off.
PK.
And we have a penalty called with a 5 minutes
takes out the player in the box.
For Hearts, Makino makes it 2-1 from the spot. Never in doubt.
That ball from Skolzy was an absolute killer. Just dimed all the way across the box. Don't know how he really pulled it, but the goalie's just, man, he comes out for that and just takes off. It's going to be a tough ass here for the Lille side.
Well, they just have nothing going forward. You can see only 2 players there, but Shamrock slacks. Getting around one defender, trying to get around Booch, but Booch standing him up there, not allowing anything past his back line, but Shamrock slacks. Trying to get back on the ball. That's another possession lost if you're counting. And he's actually down, wiggling in pain on the ground. Stu now is Strikos on side. Could they add a third here? It doesn't look like he is. He actually is indeed. And Skolzy, could he drill another dime piece into the box as he's going to hold this one in the corner for a couple seconds, milk the clock ever so slightly, and try to get it forward yet again. Our Lille Shamrock now, who had that goal 8 minutes in, which is Lille's only contribution tonight. They've been at the detriment of a throwing goal and a penalty conceded by their goalkeeper. Bird heading that one out of play. Hearts are headed to the Royal Cup. Lille will head to the cup that is to be named here in about 5 minutes. Did we lose Adam? I think we lost Adam.
That is A very good possibility.
That is an actually extremely high possibility. Will, you were watching this one. How much? Because Lille are going to turn around and say, well, the bots from 45 minutes onwards were probably the Achilles heel in the second half.
Yeah, I think the game was fairly even until those lagouts happened. I think it could have gone either way. Shamrock really showed up to play, but in that second half, trying to do everything on his own, you can't really compete with that, especially in an 11th environment like this. And that Hearts team is nothing to sneeze at. So unfortunate for Lille, but it was a good showing for them otherwise, and I think they'll be roaring to go, and maybe even dropping into the second cup would maybe be appealing for them also. Get a cup win.
Well, I think we have Adam back. Adam, you
Hello.
Welcome back.
I'm alive. I died.
I think it's
okay.
I mean, how much?
You have to die to be reborn.
True. How much can we give to Lille in terms of probably the first 30 minutes of the performance, but actually the defensive performance as well? Because we saw a lot of speed, a lot of that whole back line for Lille as well, and just at the end, 5 minutes to go, just conceding a penalty, which was, I think there was a goal in it for Hearts, but I don't think we expected it to come that way.
Yeah, I mean, you can expect to see it, but it's going to be a tough ass no matter what, any situation. If you have 3 bots playing in that in a side, it's not what you really want in a game to have 3 people drop like that, especially 2 forwards and one every person in your back line. It's like, I don't know, there's not many worse positions that you can ask. Maybe like a striker, a goalie. I feel like the have-nots there, but any drop players, tough situation to deal with. I think Lille dealt with it pretty well. They were in that game almost the entire second half, defending very well until obviously the error by the goalkeeper there, allowing the PK. But if you have to give credit to anyone, I'll give credit to Lille big time for showing out there with 3 bots on their side.
Well, Adam, any final closing thoughts on the match?
Congrats to Hearts. They did it not in PKs, even though I said it was going to be PK. Prove me wrong.
Anyways, Will, should we move on to the next event of our festivities tonight?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Team of the week, puck. Oh.
Wait, what?
No, I said team of the week. Ahaha.
Ahaha. All right, well,
Team of the week will be
know all about this that I have no idea about, so I will let you take the reins from here.
Oh.
And before Will doesn't know.
I don't know, actually.
Or does Will not know?
Toffington.
Okay, so who's supposed to know?
Tids. Technically, Kaz suggested a couple seasons, and I kind of brought it up in a recent meeting we had a couple months. Not that recent, I guess. To be fair, I don't really know what I suggested. I forget exactly what I suggested be the changes, but find out here soon.
Yeah, there you go. We'll get you the name shortly.
Well, not the name. I was going to talk about like the structure of it, but yeah. These are Europa League style cut. I have something written down here, but I don't think it's correct. I would love for Will to confirm if it's correct or not. But
why don't you go through it and
then
Will can correct anything that's...
geez, if we get this wrong. But so changes for this season, if I'm not corrected by Dorsey in a couple minutes here. The Royal Cup will now be the winner of the Royal Cup from the previous season. This season was Atalanta, and the winner of the new cup, what is previously named TBD, and for 5 minutes here, they will be joined Super League, along with first through fourth of League One, and first and second place of League Two, keeping our 16-team format. And then in the new cup will be less players or less teams, I should say, but it will be 9th and 10th of 5th through 9th of League One and 3rd through 5th of League Two. So unless Dorsey corrects me, that is what the structure for this coming season. Little caveat also, after the Royal Cup group stage, you know how usually all the 3rd place teams go out and 4th place teams go out. This time all the 3rd place teams are going to go down to the new cup, and they're going to So that's our little thing that's going to be happening. So unless I'm wrong, that is what is going to be happening.
Well, does that sound about right?
It does sound
Good
right.
talk.
Just trying to figure it out.
Sorry. I'm trying to get on the phone now.
Fair enough.
Are you having to call Dorsey and figure out what's going on?
Trying to freak out. It's been so long since I looked at this because I made it up like 2 months ago, and like I got it approved, but I just don't know. I'm like, it's a whole page that I'm looking at, so I don't know if it's the correct thing or not. I'm hoping it is. Really, I'm hoping it is.
For the people that's not in the World Cup, right?
Yeah, I mean, the idea was I think has a couple seasons back, but my idea is like, I'm usually, I'm a League One player at heart forever, but kind of give some get some tournaments to help these League One and League Two teams out, try to get them into some other competitions, because sometimes these League One, League Two teams come up against first place in Super League and they just kind of get washed out in the group stage or something, or they just don't even get a chance to compete in a cup on Wednesday nights. So it'll be fun.
Well, and now the great thing is we get to have another cup final.
Also, which will be streamed.
So I don't know the actual name of the cup, but I do know. So I can read off some of the suggestions that you guys.
I do know the name of the cup.
We gotta go through the suggestions. We'll go through the suggestions, then Adam can enlighten us.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So we had PCN Legends Cup that was submitted. Also, we had the Kings Cup to fit the royalty theme that we have going on. The Gizmo Shield, named after
wow,
named after Ricky Sports Bar.
Yep.
The Rising Stars Cup. The Road to Recognition Cup. Nations Cup. Sounds a little bit similar to Regions, in my opinion.
True.
The Chalice.
I'm pretty sure.
Copa Victoria. The Europa League.
The Europa League.
We've got three more. The Players Cup, the Community Cup, and the Dorsey Fur Cup.
The Dorsey Fur Cup. That's what I was winning.
That's my winner.
That was not my winner. That was not my winner.
Right.
Yeah, no, but those were the names that made it through to the final voting, basically. But the winner was out of that list. It was out of that list that he said. So we'll set it the white version, I guess. Yeah, got to get some Latin flair in it. Well, the winner is from Portuguese Prince himself. It is the PCN Copa Victoria. That is going to be the cup for our, Europa League South. I hope everyone enjoys that. If we get some, games in to stream them, it's going to be a good time.
I'm sure there will be plenty of games that we can get on when those draws are done, which I'm sure we'll probably.
I believe Dorsey said they are happening within this week. So,
see, fantastic.
At the end of the week, the Royal Cup and the PCN Copa Victoria will be very, very much up and ready to go. So, if anyone needs any refresher, there is a new structure. I hope someone clipped it because I don't feel like going over it again because I don't know. I've tried it wrong.
Something tells me there will be a forum post and an announcement to go along with it.
I pray to God that there is, yeah. Basically, the major thing is if you're in third place in the World Cup, you will not be eliminated. You will go down to the Copa Victoria, and you will duke it out down there. Hope everyone enjoys that cup. It was thought of because I want to get these League 1 and League 2 teams sorted.
Indeed, we do. Well, now that we know the new cup name, Adam, any closing thoughts for tonight?
Let me think. ProCloseNation.com. Go there if you.
Oh yeah, TJ.
Plug God, baby, out here.
Will, anything that we need to know heading into Wednesday?
Managers, do your stats.
Yeah, dude. Your stats and submit your streamers and captaincy choices.
Yeah, do that.
I think that's what it's called. Whatever it's called. Yeah, do that.
Technically already be in, but
should be done. But there's some teams that have not. So whoever is
right
should be doing
that. Anyways, Hearts headed to the Royal Cup. Lille headed to the Copa Victoria, or as if Adam wants to put Latin for on it.
PC and Copa Victoria, baby. That's what it is.
There you go. But for myself,
Copa Victoria.
For myself, for Adam, for Will, always doing a fantastic job putting this thing on and making the fans in his computer run faster than they probably could have ever imagined. Thank you very much for watching tonight's Marquee Matchup, and we will be back with you on Wednesday.